fellow Americans, last night when I spoke with you about the fall of Rome, I knew at that moment troops of the United States and our allies were crossing the Channel in another and greater operation. It has come to pass with success thus far. And so, in this poignant hour, I ask you to join with me in prayer. Almighty God, our sons, pride of our nation, this day have set upon a mighty endeavor, a struggle to preserve our republic, our religion, and our civilization, and to set free a suffering humanity.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
One bell at a time there, buddy boy. Welcome to the Midday Show. We have new guests, new yet old, yet everything.
New friends, longtime friends, and we open the show paying tribute to the 80th anniversary of D-Day. And look, we've got our teacher in the house. How those things always seem to...
Is she a history teacher?
I don't know if she's a history teacher.
You're a history teacher?
First grade teacher.
First grade.
You teach history?
I teach everything, all the subjects.
But I think Frank wrote history.
Frank was there.
Not quite.
I was waiting for the reaction.
But I think Frank writes the history and the future and a whole lot of other things. We've got a new friend joining us, Tahiti Steve, who we actually had the pleasure of meeting a few months ago, and the Baxter went to a great networking event last night and brought Steve in, so we're going to talk to him. Whole lot of good things happening. You saw on the news today that
What'd you do?
I pruned the tree, is what I think it's calling, right? If you trim the tree, I pruned it. I just pruned it from the top instead of the bottom. What can I tell you? He was right. It's growing. It's growing really fast in a week.
I asked you to call him.
Why?
Because he got a big hole in it now.
Now we got to
It
grow.
looks like a rainforest.
It's like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
You should have seen what was in your tree when I walked up this morning. Walked into this building.
Was it a big
Oh, the
iguana?
lizard?
Huge.
Yeah, I got those flowers on the front to give him a bad
Huge.
surprise. But
I went to open up the door and the thing ran by. It almost ran in the building. It went about
Those
2 feet.
things. I
about
don't
2
like
feet.
those things.
They're like dinosaurs now. They're getting bigger and bigger.
Bigger, and the sun in the summer just makes them bigger, and they just like a whole
I'm waiting for
tropical
Jurassic
paradise
Park
for
to
them.
be in front.
There's a grassy area outside of my neighborhood, and they all just line up. There'd be like 5 or 10 of them every day when you go to leave. You just see these little green heads popping
that's
up.
how you got to get rid of them.
Ooh,
And
no,
they're all
it's
lined
I'm
up.
so mean to them though. Like in my complex, I saw someone with like a BB gun. Like don't. It's like they're eating my
Hold your
plant.
mic.
They're eating my plants. I said,
But not
don't
only that,
hurt
but they
them.
destroy your roof and everything else.
Yeah, I heard that.
So you sort of got to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Or-
Chicken to the trees.
the chicken of the
But then do
trees.
something that doesn't hurt.
What do
Doesn't
they
hurt.
do?
It doesn't
I don't
hurt.
know.
It doesn't hurt me.
No, I don't mean you.
Oh.
I mean them.
There are people that pick them up. She has a company that picks them up and puts them in the
Yeah, just
Everglades
relocate them. What do you call it? Put them
for
in-
the alligators.
I don't think they really do that, but that's what they tell me they do.
Oh, they're probably lying.
Dawn
I
picks
like
up-
when they're by the pool. I think it's funny when they're sunbathing by the pool. As long as
Except
they
they
don't
eat all the
go next
plants,
to me.
yeah.
Dawn
not
picks
even
up
think-
roaches with a tissue, with a paper towel.
Don't they
and
eat
puts- And
mosquitoes?
puts it outside.
Yeah,
Don't
I
they
don't
eat like
mind
bugs and mosquitoes?
Critters
Who?
like that.
The gigantic
iguanas?
iguanas. Yeah, they
No.
help out.
They
eat-
must help the
They
ecosystem
don't eat
somehow.
nothing.
They're part of
Are
the
you
food
kidding me?
chain.
No, they're not even supposed to be in Florida.
They're not?
No,
Nope.
were
Would they take
brought
a
here-
plane and come
Neither
over?
is the boa.
I think it was somebody's pet, and it just multiplied. and
They had
multiplied
babies.
And had babies.
Did
and
you see the
multiplied.
parakeets that there was a lab or something? And they got out. Remember the time we had not the parakeet, the parrots. We had a whole tree of parrots here, and then we've never seen them again after 3 years.
The green
just-
parrots.
My
Yeah.
sister is a huge bird fan.
Green parrots.
She has, what do you call the cockatiels? She loves her birds or her babies.
They squawk. Ah, I hate
Some of them sing and whistle.
them.
A lot of good stuff happening though today. You had a busy morning? I don't even know. The morning rolls into the afternoon, and I've never seen time fly like it does in this studio.
Oh, we were getting ready, that piece for D-Day. Today is the anniversary, 80th anniversary to D-Day, and we
It's
wanted to
just-
get that right. And it's a lot of things to be grateful for. There's a lot of things to say thank you for. It's a lot of things to hold in your heart that, we still live in the country, the greatest country in the world, irregardless of some of its players.
Things that we take for granted every day, right?
And that you're able to go to meetings. Max is able to go to meetings and meet fine people who have things to share with the community and everything else. We've made some other appointments from some people of that.
You got to fill me out. Did
Yeah.
you write it down?
Yes, I wrote it on the card.
Thank you. Now
Put
just-
it in your chair. I stapled it to your seat.
I don't know. My brain
Maybe
is
it
like,
makes the calendar.
I just don't even, there's just so many things going on, and I think I've got control of it, but yet I don't. So,
See, the problem is that you try to control it. There's no
the
such
problem
thing
is
as
I'm like,
control.
oh, let's try this. It's a good idea, and let's try this, but I don't get back to that, and
You
that's
see, I played a football game. I saw the card and I put it in the calendar. I played another football game. I saw another card. See, I don't control that. I let it flow.
yeah. I have a hard time with that.
We need to clone you and Freddie.
Do you ever relax when you do something?
No.
Like-
Yeah, but you
like
don't
his
know I'm
shirts, his
relaxing, but you don't know
painting.
I'm relaxing.
That's relaxing.
Yeah, I'm relaxed now, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't know it.
You're relaxing.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm relaxing. It's summer break. I'm relaxing. I look
job.
nervous, but I'm not.
Well, it's great to have you here because I've been. You should
She's
have
going to be
seen.
here all day, right? Because your show's at
I'm gonna be here
5:30.
all
Don't
day.
You're gonna be here
don't
all day.
remind her. She goes to me yesterday. Oh, you want me to be on the cafe show because she's been in school, so we can't get.
right.
We can't even sniff her
True.
because she doesn't come, right? So then she says, she ends it with, well, what am I going to do after the show? I said, I don't know. You go take a shower or use the
said, go
tub.
get something
or
to
Go
eat.
hunt iguanas
I
or
said, what
something.
will I do all day long?
How's the school year been for you?
It's been a year.
I know, right?
I mean, I got through it. It's been a year. There were some emotional things going on, but I did it, and I made it through. So happy to be on summer break. But for the people that say, oh, you're so lucky you get paid in the summer, it's the same salary. 27 pays spread out. So everyone should know that. It's the same salary. We're not getting more money.
Well,
to be
you
off the
should
summer.
get more money. Teachers should definitely
We
get
should
more
get a
money.
lot of things, yeah.
You should. But listen, you have a show, Gypsy Soul,
Loving it.
that airs on Thursday nights.
Yes.
And the interesting aspect is that everybody is a gypsy in their soul. You just got to find
Your
gypsy
inner
soul.
gypsy.
Yeah.
You got to free yourself.
And it's funny because you've come along and you've put that whole thing on the map, and you've had some fantastic guests on your show. What time does your show air?
My show is every other Thursday, and it's on 5:30 to 6 o'clock. And it's actually tonight. We're going to have a very special remote guest tonight.
That's why I told her to come tonight, and she says to me, "Well, what am I gonna do?" I says, "I we'll find something. I need my car wash." You know,
I have like my whole life in a bag for later.
Who's the lady in the commercial?
It's finding your inner gypsy.
No, that looks like Alicia. Is that
It does,
Alicia?
right?
Who's that?
That's
But it's
Alicia.
not.
Alicia.
I'm like, that's not.
It looks just like you, Denise.
That looks a lot like me when my hair was dark.
See that?
Yeah, that's weird. That's eerie.
This is really eerie.
How is that on there?
That looks like, I don't know, magic of
She
television.
needs some blonde hair.
Interesting. You put this together?
That's kind of cool, though. Who did that?
Dawn.
Zach?
Dawn. Who do you
Zach
think
Simon?
did it?
Because there's not enough hours in my day, so I create extra projects, Frank. And then I wonder why I don't get back to the big project. It's because I'm focusing on the detail. There's
This
gotta
is
be
what she's
something-
doing all day. She's done about
relaxing
100
No,
of
that
these.
was
Watching
11:40 to 12.
She does like 100 of these. And it says, no wonder why you get nothing
There's
done.
got to be something wrong with my brain because there's these big projects, but instead of working on those, I fill in on the little things that I know I can complete. There's got to be, it's like a psychological, I want to say issue, but
But they say to
psychological
do that,
something.
Dawn. They say to, when you have trouble focusing on something, do the smaller things first, feel good about them, and you'll be more productive for the bigger ones. It's actually a good thing to do.
You're actually accomplishing small goals
Yeah,
because you're going to feel
and
at
you
the
feel
big one.
better, so you can accomplish the bigger one.
So-
I'm mesmerized with that. I can't stop staring at it.
That looks like Alicia.
I'm loving. I feel like dancing around the studio.
You should. It was meant to inspire you and all the things that Gypsy Soul does. So let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Denise Marsh about Gypsy Soul. We've got Frank Averfolo. We're going to talk about his books and what's happening and this great networking event that I was able to go to with Kenny Magchop and Florida Arts Network on Sunday night. And then we've got Tahiti Steve. And I think you might have Laura DeBello coming in also. So I don't know. We're going to see who rolls in on, the 80th anniversary of D-Day, June 6th.
Okay.
Right? More to come. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Like and subscribe on the link below. More to come. We'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Looking for art to add to your collection? Well, look no further. Here at Amp Media Studios, we house tons of art, ranging from abstract paintings to realistic portraits. Come on in and find the art that fits your home. Any and all art is up for sale, so pick yours up today. Stop by at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Boca Raton, Florida 33431. See you there!
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, We are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
In the calm of early morning, when the day begins anew, we pause to reflect. May holds a special significance beyond just being another month. It is time for solemn remembrance, gratitude, and honoring those who've made tremendous sacrifice for our freedom. To all who served in the military, across all branches, and the National Guard, to the veterans, and to the families who support them through thick and thin, we express our heartfelt thanks. Your courage, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication inspired us deeply. As we commemorate Military Appreciation Month, we recognize the importance of standing by our newest recruits, those brave individuals venturing into an unknown, responding to duties called with determination, deserve our utmost respect and guidance. Equally important is our commitment to support those actively serving in the Air Force, Coast Guard, Army, Navy, Marines, Space Force, and National Guard. Whether deployed abroad or stationed at home, they carry out their duties with honor and integrity. It is our responsibility to ensure they have the resources, care, and unwavering support necessary to fulfill their missions. So, as we observe Military Appreciation Month, let's unite in gratitude and solidarity. Let's honor the past, support the present, and inspire the future. To all who serve, have served, and those who stand beside them, we extend our deepest appreciation. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And we're back.
Wow, great piece put together by Nathaniel Brown, one of our producers, and he's running our board today, so nice piece on that.
Very nice. And nice to see if, I don't know if anybody saw on the news today when they were doing the color guard and all the stuff over at the plot where they have those soldiers buried. And spectacular piece. And it's funny because they had to make adjustments. Like they have a screen TV and they have video displaying of D-Day.
Yeah.
And they had to put it at a certain angle, time of day, because when the sun goes down, you wouldn't be able to see it. So the way they did it was ingenious, and then they had to put a cover for the 200 soldiers that went out for this gig. And it was just brilliant. And they said they had so many trial and errors, they had a week to put it together.
Really?
You know, like the military does, they find a way.
They always find a way.
And it's unique, and they did it right off the set of the crosses or the stars. There's Muslims in there, there's Jewish, there's Catholics, everything's in there. And the symbols are all lined up in a certain way. It has a bunker of cement. You know, you ever go to a grave site and you see that the cross or whatever is like crooked because the ground sort of warps? So what the military did was they put a bunker of cement in the sand. And then they put some kind of thing to hold it in play. And they anchored all of those crucifixes into the bunker. So it's never going to move.
Wow.
And the way they did it was unique so that it will last forever. And they were talking about a gentleman that was just buried there. He was 86 and he was on a mission and he died. And they had to bring him, and how they had to put the body in. They had to cut a hole in the cement, put them in, and then reseal the cement.
Wow.
And then cover it. It's an undertaking what they do, but they live it every day, and the place is magnificent. I would love to visit Normandy.
I wouldn't. I mean, I would and I wouldn't. I would because I think it would be great, but I wouldn't because I know what it would feel like in my soul, so I couldn't do it.
I've never been to 9/11.
Yeah, don't go. I mean, go, but don't go.
Have you been to the new 9/11? Have you been to the building?
Humans can go.
I mean,
The
World
monument? Trade Tower?
World Trade, yeah.
No, but I was at the monument in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. I never visited that.
That was intense.
A monument?
The one in Pennsylvania where the
Yeah.
plane hit, where they took over where the passengers took over the plane and they crashed it into the hill.
Yeah. Oh, people took out the plane. But I haven't been, you were in New York to the new ones, right? I have not been.
For me, I just couldn't breathe. The more I walked in, the more I couldn't breathe, and the more I couldn't breathe, the more I was like being in quicksand, and I had to get out.
Is there an underground museum?
It's all underground.
The museum is underground. And what's underneath? What's down there?
Everything.
Like?
Shrapnel and the pilings that the building was built on, and stories and people and legacies and souls and more souls.
Oh, so they kept
and
like
more
a
souls.
tomb down there.
Yes.
You have to get a ticket to go to that.
You know where souls go? Yeah.
They have to get a ticket to
I believe so. When I went with my son to visit New York, we didn't make the time or something, but it's a whole experience. I think you have to get a ticket and you have to wait. There were a lot of people going.
It's
very
spectacularly
emotional.
done, but
Yes.
it's very emotional. I mean,
I'd like to
lives
see it one
and
day.
stories and everything is in there. What they've put into it is incredible.
I gotta go. See, now I have to go to New
Well,
York.
read my book.
I'll take your book with me. I'll take your book with me.
You should take your book with him.
And then I'm going to tell everybody, you want to read this? When I'm down there, I say, read this.
A lot of great books. We've got Frank A. Ruffolo joining us. Frank has a show with us called The Artist's Loft, which is brought to you by Florida Arts Network with his co-host Richard Sosa. Richard's hilarious. And I got to go to this great event.
How do you do that?
Yeah, that too. Again, it's my ADD of things that I can complete versus those that take me longer.
When did you do this?
Last time Frank was here.
No, when did you put it up?
Just now.
There's really something wrong
I need
with
to get another crew member that's going to control the TV screen so I can let go of control on that too.
I
think
turn
you work in your
around and
sleep,
the
Dawn.
flag is gone. Like,
But things to evolve.
wow.
How did you like the event on Sunday, Frank?
It was a good turnout. It was probably around 50 people.
I think you may have even had more. There were a lot of
It seemed
people.
like there was more.
Didn't
Because they
it?
were sort of filled the inside and flowed to the other side and flowed outside, and people came, people left, people came.
Had you been there before to that restaurant?
I've been there. I was at that restaurant a long time ago with the previous owner. That restaurant's been there a while.
Pizza's good.
It's a nice
Is it
place.
Sicilian or like what kind of?
It's all Italian food.
It's Italian
Yeah.
food. It's like he's trying to make it into like a cafe.
Ooh.
So he has a little. He had a DJ there, and there's like a little stage area, and a bar on one side, and then the pizzeria is on the other side. So.
That's nice.
But the pizza was good. It was a nice networking event. A lot of great people. A lot of people that you've had on the show. A lot of people that have been on
A lot of people
Sixborough.
I haven't seen in a long time. A lot of people from the table. It was good. It was a good representative of the art industry down here in Florida. It was great. We had a lot of directors, actors, producers, a lot of people.
And Kimberly was here, and she brought in some friends that knew Tinkerbell. It's like this, it's such a small knit world that you can't even believe how people who know each other that you would never think would know each other. How Kimberly knew Tinkerbell, and then she knew Paulette, and Paulette is the dancer with Tinkerbell, and it all just comes full circle.
What, the 80-year-old
twerkers?
Twerkers?
Twerkers, yes. The twerkers.
80-year-old twerkers. They were twerking. I said, should I call 911? I mean, I was a little nervous. A little nervous, I got to tell you. But, man, they can dance.
And it's all about, empowering and working
not
with
your
kids
age.
and foundations, and they do such great work.
Well, I wanted to take a minute to talk about Frank and I. We were talking before the show because the Artists Law. If you have a 501c3 not-for-profit foundation, correct?
Right.
What is the name of the foundation?
Florida Arts Network.
Okay, Florida Arts.
Florida Arts Network.
Okay, so Florida Arts, and I wanted to point out the vital work that Florida Arts Network is trying to accomplish, because somebody's going to come along and they're going to plop a truckload of money to get the film industry back in Florida, because they've left. They've gone to Georgia, they've gone to California, they've gone to incentive-driven states. But the temperature here and the accommodations to do film is so vital, because every day down means money, because you still got to pay people if you're not performing film. And one day they're going to come back, and I'm going to look at Frank, and I'm going to hold up a beer with him and say, it's all the work that you've put together, that you tried to put together to get this thing going. And somebody's going to come along and take all the glory and the history.
All the glory. That's fine.
But
As long as it's done.
But the work that you're doing, not only for getting movies back in here, but to give young people an opportunity to expose and show their art and their creativity.
That's what we hope to do.
Is so important. And ever since Dawn has put me in the middle of this not-for-profit that we're trying to accomplish for our creators and our producers, I sort of get to appreciate more what you're trying to accomplish. I get to see the ups and the downs, a lot of downs, trying to get people to notice how vital and important. And all this glory you're trying to do isn't for yourself, it's for other people.
Yeah. It's not for us. Our glory is past. My glory is past, it's not for me. I don't do it for myself. I'm trying to just do it for the new artists coming up in Florida, the students, the industry, just to bring everything back here, get it done in Florida. I think it's going to happen sooner than later, because a lot of the industry, a lot of the people in South America want to film here. So I think the influx of the South American community out of Miami is going to probably bring the movie industry back here.
I think they filmed Bad Boys 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I think it was filmed
They're all
down
filmed
here.
there, yeah.
And they said that the one coming out at the middle of the month is supposed to be the best one they've done, but they filmed it in Miami.
Yep.
With no incentives, and they put their own money into the film. And I will support that film, because it's where we live, and we have to raise the stakes here in Florida. I mean, I'll always be a New Yorker, but business is business. But I want to say that I do appreciate, and I see just how hard it is to get people to notice other people's talents and to give them an opportunity to display their talents. We do it with music, we do it with different singers and different, now we're having the singers do voiceovers like you did yesterday. It's an accomplishment. And it goes back again, you know, I see Baxton and he tries and he sings and he's going to be closing the show as well as doing other things. But it's giving these independents an opportunity to be on the air, to be on radio, to be on Roku television, to be on Comcast television, which we all produce. We do all of this. And people just don't understand how vital and important it is to keep that torch going. So I want to tell you on the air, thank you for what you do.
Because we need to do more. Maybe we should do a little thing together and get unknowns on stage or something. Get them on.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
You know
Like
what?
an open mic.
You're going to open it.
I will.
What I found amazing is how many filmmakers you had there on Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got shows that are already on Amazon Prime. And they've got series and movies on Amazon.
And yeah, they're on.
And it's just incredible that they've made it where they are. And so many people. And you know what the common theme is? Everyone's looking for funding.
Everybody's looking for money to make
Everyone's
happen.
looking for funding to make it happen.
Now, we did a piece of work. The kids did a piece of work for Angel Studios. And last night we got the email that Angel Studios has accepted the body of work. And the way it works now is that they want you to sign people to a site to vote on it, and then they take a consensus as to whether or not they're going to move forward, whatever that means, on this piece of work. So the gentleman, and I'll leave his name out of it, he can announce it himself when he comes in. He's found now 2 other people that have the same common cause as his video. So we're all excited because he got approved and, you know, it's all works and everything else. But now they're talking about doing a trilogy. So he sent that email about the trilogy to Angel Studios. And they says, wow, we really have to take a look at this if you can get it accomplished. So all of a sudden we went from 1 video to maybe 3 for the common cause. And they're thinking about making a mini movie out of it and putting it here and putting it. So I spoke to Roy last night, who does Netflix. So he's going to fly down and he wants to meet with the 3 parties because he's willing to get into it, get into the backing of it to get it on Netflix.
Wow.
All of this happened with a phone call. And I don't even know what I'm doing. I just know talent when I see it. And then what the kids did is really good. I mean, really good. And then if they can do it 2 more times and put this thing together. And again, Frank, I say this in front of you because you're the one, when I first met you, that put the seed in my head. Because these not-for-profits, these kids, they need a shot.
Yeah, they
need a shot. You know, you teach younger minds. You develop that clay and bring it on to another level so that they can then aspire. Because our country depends on them.
Listen, we love this guy. This guy who stands at the door, we've watched him grow into a full-grown man over the past 2 years. And the thought of losing him to a big box store, because that's who's hiring right now, is heartbreaking. But unless we as a film industry can get funding for them to keep them into the arts, that's where they go because they've got
That's why I
bills.
like what you guys do. I mean, you're bringing kids in here from the colleges and teaching them the in and outs. And it's, like I said, it's rough because unless you have the funding or the ability to keep them here, they're just going to go.
And they come back, though.
But they come back.
Sometimes
Some of them come
they
back.
do.
Yeah.
But, you know, what we would like them to do is to be given a fair shot on the outside. And I can't guarantee that.
You give them the skills to go out there. That's a lot. That's like being teachers. You give them the skills that they need to develop on their own, and then they can fly away and go on their own and be confident. You guys do a great job with that.
Thank you. We got, you know, they're really, it's a great
And she's
crew.
the teacher.
And she's the teacher.
You know, my
And I
sister.
know.
My sister, Diane, everybody in my family were teachers. So I grew up with
So was
teachers.
Dawn.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I find out she's a
Education
teacher.
background.
And there's a whole different understanding to people who are teachers. And you got to sit down and really take into consideration what they do for a living, what you guys do for a living. Because the rewards are maybe based 10 or 20 years from now. And you can't tap yourself in the back. You got to just keep going. Like you said, it's been a long year with the ups and the downs. and they give you a whole clay that's a mess. And you got to clean up that mess. And you don't ever want to call a
good
kid a
analogy.
mess, but it's the truth. It's the truth of the deal, right? So this is like, I'm beginning to see so many different developments ever since you put the foundation together. Some of the contributions of what made that happen, the commitments and the sacrifices. And then there's D-Day. And I see all these guys, these poor souls that disappeared on their sacrifices. Not that I'm comparing the two, but the sacrifice of different things that you do in written form, in teaching form, in singing form, in different things. I just sit and I witness, which is going to be another guest that's coming.
Yes.
I witness and I see amazement. I'm just amazed. So I'm hoping that this thing with Angel Studios does work out for Andrew and Josh and G-Man to put that together because it's vital. Independents need a stage and need an opportunity. And we'll see what happens. But I spoke to Frank and I was talking to Denise before the show. You guys are contributing factors because you bring in unbelievable guests. Unbelievable. It's the singer, that guy, he left us a drawing here. We still haven't gotten a frame for that.
I love them. I've
But
been
I don't know
following
where you
them.
find such great guests, which is so amazing because a lot of our shows, they replicate the guests.
Village Music in Wellington. I go to the open mic. I'm doing it tonight. I meet a lot of great singers there and friends.
Do you sing?
On a music channel, but I'm not that great. On Smule, S-M-U-L-E, or Smuley, whatever it's called, I sing with different people, like all over the world. For fun, just for fun.
And then someone asked, how do you have the guts? This is a question. How do you have the guts to go up to people and say, will you be on my show?
I learned it. I didn't. I just found it.
Because that's what people keep asking me. Because everyone says Denise has such great guests, and they're all different. And I say, she meets them, and they said, well, some people meet people all the time.
They're all around me.
But you actually go up to them, and I don't know what you say, but they say yes, and they're amazing.
I don't, they're all around me. They're growing like flowers. I don't know. They're all around me, and I'm scared sometimes, but I make myself do it. Like, was scared to do,
Like,
the
what do
show.
you say?
I want you to be on my show.
I want you to
Very, very New York. I want you to be on my show.
I've been doing it wrong
I have
all
a
these
show.
years.
Would you like to be on it? I want to make you shine.
And they
that's
say
it.
yes.
And they say yes. Almost all of them. Or I'll get back to you, but then they do. They get back to me.
See, that used to work for you. Then I got all complicated in my mind, and I send out a whole email. You know what? It's probably just better
But
your
there are
way.
people I'm still trying to get that we're playing phone tag but I give them the business card. I go, here's my card.
I can't do
and
it
then I
this
feel
way.
important.
I can't do it this way. There's too much email,
Again, in my
letters,
head, I know.
smoke screens. I don't want
But you have more to do than I do. It's different. You have it on a larger scale.
Oh, well, it's just it's just more content to
Yeah,
fill,
yeah.
but it's the same situation.
And that's why we share. We network and we share guests.
Yeah, your guests have been incredible. Really,
Thank
really
you.
great. And
There's
I know
more
you've
to
got a
come.
virtual guest today.
Yes. Very excited
We
about
might have
her.
to take that piece out of your car. Oh, your car's not here.
No.
can't do
And
that
one of the
then.
pieces broke off of it. I'm upset when
Okay.
I was moving my car because I realized that there's a third piece. But she's going to show. I don't want to give it away, but she's going to show.
You're going
pieces.
to
You'll
tune
get to
into
see
that. And Frank, your books. Next one's coming out. How is Samael of Sarah doing?
It's doing well. I got a new one coming out. It's in the first draft edit is done. That probably will be out by the fall. It's going to be another mystery book. It's going to be called The COVID Murders. So it's where
The Who brothers?
The COVID,
COVID
murders.
murders.
Oh, the COVID murders.
Yeah, people that have been. This was written during the COVID era. People that were diagnosed with COVID and told to quarantine themselves in their homes have been found murdered behind closed doors in their apartments.
Oh, I have to read that.
So
Is Fauci involved in this
Fauci?
conspiracy?
No.
Fauci
So
involved?
my protagonist, Jack Stenhouse, who used to be a detective for the NYPD, is now on his own. He's a PI. He gets called back by the inspector of his precinct that he used to work to, he gets called back to work part-time for them because a lot of the police are out sick with COVID. So he takes over this case, and they have to try to find the serial killer who's killing all these people behind, and they don't know how they're doing it because it's locked doors. They go to people's apartments because they're not answering their phone, and the landlord lets them in, and the apartment's locked, and they're murdered inside their apartment.
Were you a police officer in a prior life?
Maybe.
Definitely.
So.
Were you like an undercover cop?
Like Columbo.
Were you involved? I'll leave it there.
So that's the next one that's coming out.
Not to interrupt, but Frank, you probably want to talk about this too.
Please,
Frank and I are going to be part of a really, really big event, and Sheila's going to be there too.
Tell us.
Heidi has his Read It, Write It Festival next Saturday at the Wellington Green Mall from, 11 to 4?
From 11 to 4?
Yeah, it's
I
going
will
to
be
huge.
giving a workshop on book publishing.
And I'm going to be there and have a table. Frank will have
I'll
a table.
have a table.
Oh,
Sheila will
that
have a
was-
table. There's going to be about 35, 36 authors there.
And workshops.
What day is that?
Next Saturday.
It's next Saturday, the Wellington Green Mall.
On the 15th.
Max, you want to go?
So
Heidi
You should
has
go,
this
Baxter.
event.
Take a camera with you this time. I got an idea.
What you need to do is come on down, stop by my table,
And mine.
stop by Denise's table,
And Sheila's.
wish me and Christine our happy 49th anniversary.
Wow.
And,
Happy anniversary. Wow.
Yes, that's great. Congratulations.
Our anniversary is the 14th.
Wow.
And
49
they never
years.
had a fight.
Never had a fight.
But Christine was there on Sunday also, being so supportive. She's so lovely. You weren't there,
I know.
but you were missed.
No, I wasn't. But that's okay.
Everyone asked for you.
I Dawn, you
I know.
You throw all sorts of assignments at me, and then you boggle me down with assignments.
Welcome
and then
to
you
my
wonder.
brain.
Yeah, I know that, but anyway, moving on.
But it was a lovely event.
It was a lovely event. We hope to do another one now. I'm hoping to do another one now. I'm going to try to get a hold of Russell, our Polynesian Proud people.
Oh, yeah.
And because he does car shows, and we're thinking about maybe doing a car show there.
I think we reached out, and he was been busy with
He's been busy with Polynesian History Month or something, so
Yeah,
he was
he's busy
busy.
with Polynesian. Well, it's over.
It's over, so maybe we can get him back in, which would be great.
We should do something, yes, absolutely. Maybe we do something for that the healing concert, the concert of hope, or whatever we're going to call it.
More things to put together.
What if I tell you that we do the concert of hope, and to open the show, I have Kendra sing her song? What if I tell you that? That's it? No reaction?
I'm thinking just don't put it on my plate.
She has some wild videos.
Just don't put it on my
I like her
plate.
videos.
As long as you can't handle the plate of it, we're good.
She'll come in, she sings one
Okay.
song.
Yeah?
That's the reaction I get. It's like, that's it. A pebble in the head going click, click, click.
I think it would be great if Kendra did that.
Boy, I thought you would be more excited than that.
So really quick, back to the festival for one little second. If you do come, Heidi has said you can share one of our tables with us.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, she invited you.
Very nice, thank you.
Think
So
about it.
maybe Baxton, so he's already shaking his head that he's going to be there.
Yes.
Our man on the street.
Yes.
Maybe we send Wisconsin with Baxton.
Maybe.
Wisconsin is gun ho. Maybe he takes a camera the whole night.
All right, you can get all of Frank's books at frankaverfolo.com or right here at the studio, get a signed version. And we also have some of Denise Marsh's books
And
here.
Panthers in 6.
I've been waiting for that. I admit, I think they win it all.
I think they're going to win it all.
If they played the way they play against the Rangers, there's nobody going to beat that team. I was exhausted just watching them. How the hell do they do that? The Islanders used to play like that back in the day. That's why I remember that. Because their goalie is good, but he ain't great. He's good. But that forechecking, my God, he just crushed the Rangers' will. Crushed.
Let's take a commercial break. More to come on the
Yeah,
other
let's
side
do
of this
that.
break. We're going to talk to Tahiti Steve, Frank, and Denise are going to join us. And I believe Laura is
Laura's
in
in
the house.
the
So we're going to
lobby.
go set her up as well. More to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you want
Laura,
the
come on
opportunity
out.
to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log on to your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft, silk, touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last. Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do, and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet? Maybe you don't even have any feeling at all. These symptoms can make life unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse Medical Center. Call 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. That is 754-222-6642, or visit us online at lighthousemedicalcenter.com.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin and have seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
Welcome to the Chocolate Spectrum, nestled in the heart of Jupiter, Florida, where every sweet indulgence tells a story of hope. Founded by Valerie Herskowitz for her son Blake, who is on the autism spectrum, the family-owned Artisan Chocolate Company has been spreading joy since 2013. Here, individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities are empowered with training and employment opportunities, which not only give them purpose, but also teach valuable skills. Support a greater cause with your exquisite treat by shopping in-store or online at shop.thechocolatespectrum.com, with shipping nationwide all year round, or call at 561-277-9886. The Chocolate Spectrum, where every bite makes a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
But otherwise, the switcher is going to be, they're going to have to keep switching.
All right. I'm not going to say nothing. Thank you.
But make it easier as far as you can do. Let's talk to Tahiti Steve.
Yeah.
Baxter went to a great event. I think it was for the Networking Beast last night at...
Was it? For the Networking Beast, yeah?
Networking Beast, yes.
We've known them for, 9 years?
A long time.
When they first started.
But I think there were a lot of different people there, because normally it was the same people we'd meet over and over, but Baxter met some great people.
I'm like the show person.
And when we were at Sunscape a few months ago doing their spring art show,
He
we
was
met
there.
Tahiti Steve there.
Like, do you remember me? I recorded you, and I asked you a question like, "Oh, are you happy to be here today?"
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was Baxton. All right, so you're happy to be here today? No, I'm kidding.
Freddie, Dawn, I'm very happy to be here today. Thank you very much.
Well, it's such a pleasure to have you join us. What prompted you to go to the event last night?
My friends were going to be there. I make shirts. Here are my shirts over here. I was wearing one of my shirts, and my other friend was wearing another one of my shirts. And I said, all right, if you're going, I'm going. We're going to wear our shirts.
How was it? Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. I met a lot of good contacts, a lot of good people.
Awesome. And you liked his shirt also.
I love his shirts. I love the prints on it and everything else. What I wanted to ask you is, how did you come up with the name?
Tahiti Steve.
Now that's a good story because I used to live in New York, and
I think I know you from New York.
Probably. I was going to say you look very familiar. I know you're from somewhere.
I know this guy, but he wasn't Tahiti Steve then. But I know this guy somewhere from New York.
So yeah, we definitely know each other from the previous
life.
State.
All New York people know each other.
So
That's true.
yeah. So what was the question?
How'd you
How
come
I
up
did
with
come
the
up with the name. All right. Well, I used to hang out at a place, and every time I walked in, I always had my Hawaiian shirts on. Not my personal shirts, but the shirts that I've collected over the years. And every time I walk in, I was Surfer Steve, I was Tahiti Steve, I was Hawaiian Steve, I was Tropical Steve, all the names underneath the book. So my friend Jana said, Steve, you know what? Tahiti Steve actually is a catchy name. Why don't you use that for your art? Okay, I will.
How long ago was that, Steve?
Well, I started painting about 20 years ago, and I believe around 18 years ago.
And you were still in New York in 2006?
At that time, I was still in New York, yes.
Were you on Long Island?
I was in Long Island.
No?
Can you tell by my accent?
No, but I knew of a Steve Painter in Long Island, but you didn't go by Tahiti Steve.
Well, at that time I did.
Did you?
Yes. I started out.
Somebody introduced me to you as Steve.
That's
and there was a guy
possible,
named
yeah.
Frank. Oh man, what is Frank's last name? I gotta remember. He lived on the island as well. I used to hang out around that time around the island.
All right, Frank is another artist.
He's another artist.
He lives in Long Beach.
What can I tell you?
You don't even remember names, but you remember 2007?
Well, you don't forget a guy like this. I mean, it's everything about him was different.
Well, I grew up in Jericho, and before I moved down to the Paradise, I was living in Lindenhurst. Linden. What's that?
Maybe that was Frank.
Maybe you're the Frank.
Maybe it was this Frank.
I thought you looked familiar.
Way before then.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing. So you're down here now. You're doing shirts. You're doing paintings. What
I'm
is
doing. I'm still painting. I'm doing my clothes, my T-shirts. I have Hawaiian style shirts. I do sweaters. Sweatshirts and hoodies. I have hats. I have gator masks. I have a lot of different products. I'm coming out with more products. I'm going to be coming out with sarongs, sundresses, things like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Bax, maybe you can show some of them.
Oh, absolutely.
So maybe just explain a bit.
Maybe you can hold the shirts, Baxton.
There we go.
A1, yes.
All right, A1, maybe, okay, so maybe you can just explain a bit about each piece, how you, what it means.
This is my tiki breakfast.
All right.
I'm a big fan of the Polynesian culture, and I've been to Tahiti a couple of times. I've been to Hawaii, and this is just something that I thought about. Just to have a tiki breakfast with a glass of mimosa, a couple of avocados, and a little pineapple in the back.
Sounds delicious,
Next
actually.
time I do a painting like this, I'm going to add a couple of coconuts and maybe a palm tree or two.
Tell us about your shirts, your Hawaiian shirts.
All right, now, these are my Hawaiian shirts. At the networking function that I was at last night, I was wearing this shirt right here, which is I call it Wahine Rising, which is, Wahine is a lady in Polynesian or Tahitian. And this is, again, my tiki breakfast. Not only do I have it in a t-shirt, but I also have it as a Hawaiian shirt.
Wow.
So.
Do you t-shirt style too, like for women?
Yes, I do have ladies wear and as well as men's, and I have it's men and women. So it's three different ways.
Do you do hats?
I do hats. I have a couple of hats in the car. I didn't bring them in, but I do have hats. I have.
And what are those? Those are interesting.
That one's my favorite, I think.
Yeah. If you guys want to block your face from the wind, if you're riding a bicycle or if you're running or walking on the beach, we have gator masks. Let's see if we can. So this is called. I call this one shell palm. I actually used actual shells to paint the original painting.
I want that in a dress.
I want a dress. Yeah. I'm going to make this in a dress.
That would be great.
It's interesting.
Baxton, next time you get on a motorcycle, you get you one of those.
Next time I get on a motorcycle, you're gonna have to have 911 on speed dial.
Can you imagine?
Just have the ambulance follow closely behind me, because I'm gonna need it.
Interesting.
So explain a bit about this beautiful painting right here.
All right, this painting I just simply call Sailing. And it's funny because this painting, it's not the largest, but I actually love how I blended the colors. And every time people think I paint with oil. And when I went to my framer and I asked him, why do people think this is acrylic? I'm painting with acrylic, but people think I'm painting with oil. And he said, yeah, because it's the way you do the blending. And, it looks like it's an oil painting because oil blends better than acrylic. So you concentrate a little bit more on your blending, and then it comes out to look like this.
All righty, thank you. All right.
Hey, that's all yours. You can have it.
All right. This
one looks Japanese.
This I call this royal palm.
Mm-hmm. Wonder why.
And I love this idea because, and everybody's saying the same thing, you want to lay down on a field of grass surrounded by palm trees looking up, and this is what you would see.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And,
that's like your backyard here in Florida, not New York. There's a pigeon that gets you in New York.
What inspired you, even though you've been to Tahiti and Hawaii, to paint about it? You could have painted about anything.
Well, I do paint abstract. People give me photographs of what they want, and I reproduce them. I paint them on canvas. Somebody gave me a photograph of a fire truck out of Brooklyn, and a retired fire chief. I met him at a tiki bar in Boynton Beach, and he gave me the photograph, and I painted this fire truck for him, and it was, the number, I was like 235 New York. I even put the Mack truck symbol on it, on the door, and it was a yellow fire truck. And everybody's, fire trucks aren't yellow. Fire trucks come in all different colors. But this Brooklyn fire truck was a yellow truck, and it was a great.
Yeah, it's an eye-catching piece.
It's an eye-catching piece.
Where's the tiki bar in Boynton?
That was the tiki bar I'm talking about. I forget the name of it, but it's off Federal Highway, not far from Boynton Beach Boulevard.
Oh, you're not talking about Banana Boat. You're talking about
no, not
one of the restaurants?
Heading a little bit was like a block west of Federal Highway.
I live there now. I love the area. This is unbelievable up there. But I gotta check that out. This is interesting.
Yeah, this is like really eye-catching. It's gorgeous with the blacks and the oranges. It really pops out nicely. So, what's the the theory or the story behind this piece?
All right, this piece I call it the Couple Sunset. I painted 3 different renditions of this. I painted this in orange. I painted this in multiple colors. Believe it or not, the colors of the sky are a little different. And I have a third piece also that it's more, it's more of a blue sunset.
But it's like the orange and the black, it really just pops.
It does pop, yes.
Did you ever paint it in oil or just acrylic?
I haven't painted in oil yet, but when I started 20 years ago, I painted, I didn't paint, I fooled around with pastel and marker.
Oh, wow.
And it was the same genre, it's tropical. And I just, one day I woke up, I said, you know what, I want to paint.
That's
So
let
I
me see
said
the other
acrylic
three on the
paint.
floor, please. Let's see the other three on the floor.
Yeah. So.
And do you sell them where? Are you in a gallery showing or?
Yes, I have. I've been in community centers. I've been in galleries, art galleries. I've been in a Lux Gallery in Del Rey. It's inside of it's in a lobby of a building, an office building. I go to like different art shows. I've been to also, just different shows, street fairs. I've been to like sidewalk shows.
Have you always been an artist?
Not always. I think I've always had it in my head, and I started appreciating art when I was about 12 years old. I was very into the science fiction and the science fantasy, the books I used to read and the magazines, and I saw a cover of this artwork that just blew my mind. Who was this person? So I looked up who the artist was, and I just, fell in love with his. It's fantasy art, it's, it's.
a book cover too. I could see you doing book covers for people.
I would love to do. I would love to do book covers. As a matter of fact, I'm also doing, believe it or not, I'm doing wallpaper.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So somebody is, I'm meeting with somebody next week who liked one of my pieces, and we're going to create a
Wallpaper?
Wallpaper for their wall.
That's kind of cool.
And greeting
Oh,
cards,
I
yeah.
can see with this one especially, this would be a fantastic greeting card right here.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that one.
So do I. That's my favorite one so far.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I appreciate that.
So.
And where's your next show?
The next show right now, I have some shows in August that are actually pretty big. July is an off month. In June, I don't have a show in June.
Okay, it's hot.
So-
August, it's pretty hot too, though.
But August, believe it or not, it's going to be in New York. It's going to be on Long Island. It's going to be in a yacht club, and it's the show is called Margaritaville, and this is also going to be in a yacht, not a yacht club, but where they keep the boats, the yachts. It's going to be in Lindenhurst, and we're expecting to have over 1,000 people. There's going to be bands, DJ, a Caribbean food truck, and me.
There you go.
You'll have Jimmy Buffett playing.
Yeah, and it's going to be it's a Jimmy Buffett like a memorial concert.
So what's the story behind this piece right here?
No, I was just fooling around. Like I said, I loved the Polynesian culture, and I just wanted to paint an outrigger canoe with a couple of palm trees, a sailboat in the background.
People are writing in and wanting to know if they, like you did with the fire truck, if you have something that they want you to paint, does the canvas size matter? In other words, can you paint in that size that you can this size?
These are some of my smaller paintings, as a matter of fact. And the painting that you're holding was actually a photograph of this guy sent me a photograph of his boat hooked on, connected to the palm tree. So I painted exactly what that image is.
Please?
And
Can you get to a 3 shot?
so that's actually a reproduction of a photograph. And Dawn, the surfer you have up there, that just was out of my mind, out of my head.
Welcome to my brain.
Out of my brain.
The colors are right there.
Dawn,
That's
it's
me.
you on a surfboard.
It's me on a
That's
surfboard.
me on a surfboard, yes.
Out of your mind. That's the name of the painting, is Out of Your Mind.
Theme of today's show, Dawn's out of her mind. What is, you have a website or?
I do have a website. It's TahitiSteveArtDesigns.com.
Awesome.
And everything is for sale. You can pick it up there and
Yeah,
contact
you could
me.
have my phone number's on there, my email is on there, and I also have a store, which is TahitiSteveArtStore.com.
Have you ever tried to get people, you give a canvas like this, and then they sip and paint, you know, and you teach people how to paint?
I have also taught a paint class, yes, in Fort Lauderdale. So I had over 17 people there, and it was a great sip and paint.
Didn't you do that in New York? Didn't you teach people how to paint at one time, back in the day?
Yeah, actually out east I did. My friend and I were doing the
Were you
same
there?
thing.
Did you go to one of his classes, Freddie?
I shall keep that silent.
All right, we're going to take another commercial break. More to come on the other side of this break. We're going to chit chat with Laura for a little bit.
Absolutely.
See what else we've got going on, but check it out. Tahiti Steve.
Yes.
What's the website again?
Oh, TahitiSteveArtDesigns.com.
ArtDesigns.com. All right. And today's also National Higher Education Day.
All right, we'll be right
More to come. We'll be right back.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with.
Welcome to the AMP Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, AMP Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
No.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing. What's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, Call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call. So please call right now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And Freddie's on the phone.
Okay, I will download.
It's all good. He's having a whole conversation about something, and we keep rolling and doing what we do. We're going to talk to our new friend, Laura DiBello, joining us. Freddie asked her to come in for a conversation. If you know how things happen to roll in our studio, there's never a conversation in here without a hot mic and a camera on, so always be prepared to do what we do. So Laura is joining us. I don't even know what you've got planned with this one.
Neither do I, but I'm ready.
Neither do I.
Bo, you were here a couple days ago with Tinkerbell, which was incredible.
I was here on Monday, so I was fortunate enough to be asked to join Paulette Pfeiffer from Miami, also known as Tinkerbell. And Tinkerbell is the founder and executive director of an organization in Miami that provides programming for young people whose parents are incarcerated. So the programming that this organization has developed and has successfully implemented for a number of years helps to break the intergenerational cycle of incarceration for the children. Fantastic organization, and I've been consulting with Paulette. Part of what I do is provide strategic planning and consulting for nonprofit organizations. So she was kind enough to invite me to join her for the interview, and I was called back to come in today, and so I said yes.
And you say yes?
Yeah, I just said yes, so here I am. I'm also from New York. I'm from Orange County, New York, which is about an hour and a half north of the city, from a small town called Montgomery. Anyone know of Montgomery?
Yeah.
Blink your eyes and you miss driving through. We still don't have a movie theater. And
it's a beautiful town.
It's a beautiful little town. I'm sorry? It's pretty rural. I mean, I was growing up there in the 70s. We had a large organic, back then, organic produce farm called Riverview Acres.
Is that near Durham?
Durham? No, I don't believe it's near Durham.
This ain't near nothing. But it looks like a picture postcard when it snows.
It is very kind of Norman Rockwell-esque.
How do you know all these things?
Because I took my kids there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an interesting little piece of New York. Very quaint.
So you live 42 years in New York. You go everywhere.
Yeah,
That's
except
right.
you never went to the iconic places.
I don't go to iconic places because everybody else is there. I went to the Statue of Liberty 3 times in my life. I did the Circle Line twice in my life, and I never went to the Empire State Building.
Too many people.
Not
My
incredible.
God, the line. I'm going to get on a line for 2 hours to get on an elevator ride? No, I don't think so.
It is fun to be a tourist where you're from, though. I've done it before.
The guy
too.
tells me, why don't you walk up to the top? I said, I'm out of here.
They don't let you do that anymore. The Statue of Liberty. They don't let you climb to the top
I don't want to go
anymore.
in tall buildings anymore.
What's wrong, Baxter? Okay, you're just listening to the conversation?
But it's a picturesque when it snows and it's beautiful. It's a little small town. I'm pretty sure you got a theater now.
I don't think so. Not in the town of Montgomery.
Well, I feel sorry for you because when he found out that you lived in Boca,
Right.
You might be now a regular here.
Well,
Denise has an excuse that
Well,
she
that's
takes an
quite all
Uber
right.
here, and she lives in Wellington. Frank's in Fort Lauderdale, so he's a little bit further away, but if you're right here, then I don't even know.
Well, she's a concoction of ideas and different things that we want to try, and I figured that today it would be good for her to meet some of the people that we work with, new, old people that we work with, and I never have a plan, but there's always a plan in place.
And Annie Ray
it
has
all
got.
unfolds the way it's meant to, right?
Well, you'd be here next week to meet Annie Ray, but you're going to be away. She
I
got her
will.
citizenship yesterday. She sent me a picture, which is pretty exciting.
Oh, fantastic.
So she is. She's working with Tinkerbell also, and she's a new artist we have here. The purple piece is behind you, and some other things.
Mm-hmm.
But another powerful woman with, a lot of powerful movers and shakers. And what we're thinking about doing is putting, I guess, an event together somewhere down in Miami. We talked about of combining some of the foundations that help women and children, and what we had done at the
Tinkerbell
Panthers.
says it has to be done in Miami, and then she wants to do the thing that we did with the Panthers in November.
Do something down in Miami. She told me they raised $80,000 in their event. Was it last month?
It was almost 2 months ago.
Okay. And
yeah,
it was
Miami
virtual?
Beach. It took place at the Hilton Bentley on Miami Beach in a great Greek restaurant, Santorini's. And it was absolutely fantastic. I was just blown away by the talent that they had, singers, dancers, and the food was fantastic. It seemed like all of Miami came out for the event. We had the mayor sitting at our table, and one thing I love about Miami is that despite the fact that it's a very large city, it still has a sense of community, and it's very likely to run into people that out and about, or for sure at these events, and people are very supportive of the nonprofit and kind of philanthropic culture in that city.
You ever ate at Santorini?
I do not think so.
It's called Santori's, and I lend them.
I was going to say.
I knew I was waiting for that.
Place is unbelievable. Place is unbelievable.
I was going to say, and you work with foundations, and you actually are helping her get funding for the documentary.
Actually, I'm a film producer, so I'm producing a short documentary about silent victims of crime, now also known as Tinkerbell's Kids. And so what my focus is on, they could be short docs, full feature documentaries, or feature-length films. The intersection for me is really funding, a brand alignment with foundations and philanthropic organizations whose initiatives would align with the message, with the social impact of the film. So I am working on producing one about silent victims of crime, and that media can then be utilized by the board of directors when they're doing funding outreach to hopefully show throughout the country, so that the program can act as a blueprint for other programs like it, which are very much we're very much in need of. So.
Movers and shakers, I tell you.
Well, it falls in line to some of the things. That was on the phone, that was Angel Studios.
Oh, okay.
Apparently there's a problem with the download. To see the video, you have to download the Angel Studios
app. Yes.
I already have it, so it was easy for me to see it, but apparently if you don't have it,
You
there's
have to
something
set
wrong
it up with the link?
Either Ed doesn't know what he's doing, or there's something wrong with the link, so I don't know how I'm going to test it, because I already have the
I'll
app.
test it, because I don't.
But if you don't, then you download it.
I'll
We're going to be
test it.
asking all our friends to download Angel Studios app. It's free. There's no obligation. But then you can see the video that we put together, and they're counting. They want to see the interest and how we go about talking about it, because they know what we do. They sort of watch what we do. So that's why I call Roy. I'm going to call the troops, because I need some numbers.
I love the process that we went through, because we just did a mini doc, 26 minutes, 22 minutes for a private client who unfortunately lost his son, and it's bringing some awareness to one of the laws in Florida that people don't really know about. And Florida is the only state that has, it's called the free kill law, that if you are in an accident and you're taken to a public hospital, they have sovereign immunity. So there's a limit to what a malpractice suit will settle for. And right now at the time it was $200,000. Now it's $300,000. They were offered $40,000 at the time their son was killed for a med mal case. So it's a piece to bring awareness to, and it's only in the state of Florida, and they've tried legislation to change this ruling. So it's on the books. People know about it, but people don't know about it. Even attorneys have to look it up to even see what it means, because it's just a crazy type of rule. And now he's got a trilogy, so we put a piece together to bring awareness to Angel Studios to go through. But as the trilogy idea is coming forward, it's interesting to watch our crew, because at first they were all gung-ho into putting this piece and bringing this information to life. And now I'm watching them ask the questions in their head as to, even though it's a trilogy, is this a story we want to cover? Is this something we want to put our name on? Fortunately, there's another loss of life, but before we agree, you have to know the facts, right? It's something, do you want to be associated with it? So, not that we aren't, but to watch Andrew have the questions, I thought was really interesting, to watch the growth that they've put forward.
Well, he's had to edit it. So in the editing
The ins
process,
and outs.
which took maybe two and a half months to edit this
Yeah.
thing day in and day out, you got to go through the hardships, and you got to understand what
Pulls
the
at your
families
heartstrings, yeah.
go through. You got to understand, is it even something that you want to do? And here we go again, and we had to do 2 more others. But I think it's necessity that needs to be done. Angel Studios sent us, would you do this? And we talked about whether or not we wanted to do it, because we're not looking to step on shows, but we are looking to be factual. All of us are involved with this law, whether you know it or not, when you go to a hospital. It's just a fact of life. And this gentleman lost his son 14 years ago. He happens to be a good friend of mine. I could not watch it without crying through the whole thing. It's tough. And I didn't know his son. I know him.
But now you know why people look at things and they really analyze the content, the story behind it, the people behind it. And not every film company is going to put their name on every type of film, right? There are production companies that work with certain, that's why Angel Studios is who they are.
That's their mark.
So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds.
I mean, they did the famous movie that you all saw, and they wanted you to pay it forward. It took 5 years to get
Sound
that
of
movie.
Freedom.
Sound of
Yeah.
Freedom. 5 years, and politically they had to change the story to take it out of it happening in the U.S. and they had to put it in South America. Otherwise, they would not have let it play out, the politicians and everything else. So the story behind the story behind the story got even more complicated. And I see this going down that path again. So the object of the game here is, I mean, he's on his way.
Here?
Yeah, because he wants me to help him do this thing, and then he has a client that says, yo, you got to go see your client. What are you doing? He says, oh, he makes a U-turn on the highway to go see the client. But it's a passionate thing for him, of course, it's his son. And there was a group that he joined of people that have been going through this as well, and 2 has stepped forward. But the last I heard, there might be 6 people that want to step forward.
Flora, how you doing?
This speaks so loudly to the beauty of and the need for social impact filmmaking. And back in 2016, I was involved in the production of a film that covered the epidemic of suicide and PTSD for our returning military veterans. And you want to talk about some hoop jumping.
Yeah.
We were interviewing, top government and military officials, returning veterans, the story of 5 veterans who had returned. Their narratives, since returning were interwoven throughout the film, capturing the interviews. And this was right on the kind of precipice of impact film being I'll say disseminated in a way for community audience activation. Then what happens? Once you show a film like this, what action can be taken because the film has been placed in the hands of many, 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 hopefully smaller audiences. These aren't films that you're necessarily going to see at, AMC Theater or iPic. One of the great things about placing impact film into the hands of the audience, into communities to kind of rally community viewings of, content. It raises awareness. You're educating the community. It's always great, and this is, I referenced before, part of strategic planning for this type of project is, then what happens? What action can we take? Do we have a list of, senators, Congress people who can be written to? Is there a petition, that can be organized, etc.? This is really the beauty of impact film. And despite the subjects, whether it's human trafficking, veteran suicide, the issue that you brought up within the Angel production film with the hospitals, it can be a really powerful tool. And for as much as there might be negatively, spoken about the social media and social media platforms, it's also a very powerful way to get this type of information in front of viewers, so that, again, awareness is raised and action can be placed into the potential of the people.
Well, during the celebration in Normandy, they had Hank, what's his name, the actor?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks and Spielberg are there because they did the films on some of the action thrillers on D-Day and War and Private Ryan and the whole nine. And they honored them for bringing film to the bigger cause. The Black Air Flyers.
The Tuskegee Airmen.
Right. Yep, they were there too. And the amazing thing is that all these stories that were put together to tell the story, pieces of the fabric to tell the whole story. And again, I got to go right back to Frank again and attribute, because some of the things that can be done here in Florida have to be brought out. They're not making films in Florida.
Florida Arts Network.
And exactly what we are trying to do, not because it's Angel Studios, it could be anybody. We want to do this. We want to make films in Florida, whatever it is, to educate our young minds, to get it going. And again, I got to give Frank the credit, because it was his idea to put that in my head, and then God gifted me with Ed's story to come about. And it's a fantastic 22 minutes piece. He could have gone longer, but then we stopped. And they wrote back and it says, you got something here. So we'll see what happens.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I think we've got a Kahoot game about D-Day, and then Baxton's going to take us out with a song. So more to come on the other side of this commercial break. More to come. We'll be right back.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free. Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. That's 800-613-3597.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, everyone get out your phones. Get your phone out, Denise. You're going to go interaction. Go to Kahoot.
My phone is in my bag.
Okay, come get it. Kahoot. KAHOOT.IT.
Go to Kahoot.
Kahoot.it.
I heard of Kahoot at school.
Kahoot.it. And when you get to Kahoot.it, you're going to put in, you have a phone? You're going to put in this game passcode. 8975475.
That's what I'm worried about.
It's gonna go off during the film.
That's not worried about. I just put it on.
I'm gonna turn my phone off.
It's so slow to come. I've heard of this. One of the teachers uses Kahoot in my school.
Yeah, it's a big thing in schools.
Lori, you want to play?
Wait, do I have to download it?
Nope, you just go to Safari or whatever your server is and type in Kahoot.it.
That's Freddie.
And then the game pin
What
is
is
8.
it exactly?
It's a game.
It's a game. And
It's like a
are you
question and answer.
naming a song, or how does it work?
I don't know what kind of questions they have. This is a D-Day.
It says join a, so go to play?
Go to, it says put in a pin. Yeah,
No,
play
it
game.
won't let me. It's bringing me to a weird screen. It keeps,
Kahoot.it.
yeah, but it's bringing me to this weird stuff, and I don't know these passwords. My phone keeps doing that.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Get out of that and go again.
Wait, how do you spell Kahoot?
KAHOOT.it.
My son was like,
Kahoot.
I don't know how to fix
Kahoot?
why all those things are wrong. Oh,
Enter the
thank
game
you.
pin.
Okay, Kahoot.
And that should be
897
897.
5475.
Okay, and it's going to go.
And they put a
your
nickname.
Name or whatever you want your name to come up as.
897.
Teach.
5475.
Okay.
And they put a nickname in.
I want to see you and Don do that kind of dance.
All right, I put Gypsy on.
Gypsy, there
There's
you go.
Gypsy. She's in.
What do I do? Do I press something now? Or?
Nope, you got to
No,
wait.
no, you just
Everyone
gotta
gets
wait.
in.
Steve, are you in yet?
Not yet.
All right.
There's Tahiti Steve is in.
Easy.
Everybody in?
I think Frank, are you playing?
Frank, you playing?
I gotta put my nickname in.
Frankie's gonna win everything.
Of course he is. All right.
No. Is this background music, or is there an adjoining studio?
It's an adjoining studio.
Right next door to a ballet studio. Sometimes we go to war when we
All right,
play music,
you ready?
I was wondering about that. I never asked.
Yeah.
Baxton, are they ready to go?
Yeah.
We're all set.
All right, let's see here.
All right. And this game is brought to you by Ben Liu. DJ Tribute. He wants to play.
Hope no one calls me for anything.
Ben, you got 5 minutes. I feel like I need the music in the background for the airplanes. During World War II, what well-known entertainment group was created to boost morale for the troops fighting on the war front? ENSA is red, Army Exchange System is blue, IDK is yellow, YMCA is green.
YMCA?
That's what I'm.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, well.
Baxter, me and you stink.
How do you know?
Because it tells me you and Elvis stink.
No.
It does.
I'm in 7th place.
You got it right?
Yes.
I just picked that one for fun.
Don't
even know
start
what it is.
winning again.
Okay. All right, what's the next one, Ben?
Let's go, Ben.
Ben, we got to go quicker.
How long does this incorrect stay up here? Oh, here it is. All right.
All right, Jay's in the lead here. Hey, Freddie, not so fast, sorry. Oh no!
That was hard.
Yeah, it was hard.
This is.
This one down.
All right. Well, my guesses are better than mine.
Days later after D-Day. Italy, Soviet Union, Germany, or Japan?
I can't see it.
Red is Italy, blue is Germany, yellow is Soviet Union, green is Japan.
I got it right. I got it wrong. I thought that yellow was Germany.
still winning? Yeah. Jay's still winning? Keep going. Keep going. 201. True or false? That's an aviation plane? Okay.
Oh, this is really hard stuff, man.
Back up.
We only had 50-50. Look, Jalen's just rocking. What planes in the United States still fly today as cargo freighters that were used in U-Day?
Oh, Lord.
Is that Mustang Sally? Or that's the horse?
I'm in last.
You're last?
I'm in last.
I'm not even on the board.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm like, where am I?
I'm last, I think.
Wow.
No, where's the people
7
behind
correct
you?
answers.
Elvis is coming in for the kill. Here comes Elvis.
Let's see the dominoes about.
Mustang still flies today. Okay.
Well, after the last one, it's got to be.
You're going to get this one wrong? Jay's got, I think, all of them right.
Yeah, come on, Jay. You got this. We believe in you.
Aiden.
I don't think I got this one right.
Music for Baxton? Thank you.
Not letting me answer.
It's keep circling.
We're spinning?
Yeah. When I see my smart board at school.
I thought you were going to.
For that. Wow, they're making fun of me now. Dig deep into the next one.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
What American World War II plane is currently making a comeback and will be used for commercial and military uses? Catalina is red, Empire
I
is
don't know.
yellow.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. The Grumman Albatross is blue, and I don't know is green.
Do you get points for green?
Yeah, I would have chosen it if I thought that.
I answered truthfully.
I'm not really doing
I
this
don't know. Both points.
I won't be going on Jeopardy anytime soon.
That's funny.
Oh, Lord.
I got kicked off.
I got kicked off.
I'm not
Brady.
even
Get me
on the thing.
I got kicked off
NASA
also.
making a comeback. Frank, are there 2 types of flying boats left? Only Frank will know.
They had a big Sue Swift. They're commenting on how quickly
I
it
didn't
went.
think those existed. Flying boats.
Can I change my answer?
Oh, no.
Oh, I got it right. So when I guess
So did I.
Am I back on the?
Shocking. You got it right also.
This song was used during wartime as an anti-Nazi comedy for the United States Armed Forces to help boost morale and to shame the enemy. This is what the United States needs to shame the enemy, which is Russia. This is the song used. All right.
Can't hear it.
Ben, we can't hear the song.
It's okay.
All right.
Aim for the podium.
All right.
All right.
3. I made the podium.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh, what? I won.
What does that mean?
Oh,
Yay.
Number 2.
I'll take it, you know.
I came in 8th.
I don't know. I don't think I came in.
I was never on there.
Frank, get me right off that podium.
I don't know. All right, that was put together by Ben Liu, who is working with Amp Media Futures Foundation to bring these games and some fun and inclusion and impact into the games, into the studio. So before we wrap up, Baxton's going to take us out for our Thursday midday. Join us tonight for all of the shows we have starting at 5:30 with Gypsy Soul, All County You and Your Doctor at 6:30, Making Money with Laura Sanders at 7, and at 7:30 we've got the J.C. Dreesen Show live in studio. If you're in the area, come on down, have some fun with us. If not, you can always watch us online at AMP Media Studios and tune in to True Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. Should we wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up.
All right, have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Baxton, take it away.
Yes, ma'am. hello. Yeah, you're alive. But a John Denver. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mama, take me home. To go back to your everyday lives. Thank you very much. We'll be happy to entertain you later on.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.